Hey Ben, we're back. Cough cough. Hey Rose, what's wrong with your voice? What happened? We rocking out or something? Kojima, I'll leave this one to you. You explain how I saved us. We tell him what happened in the mansion. The 3 dolls and 3 tapes, and the screaming in the hidden passageway. That scream again, huh? Yes, but this was worse than before. It was trying to kill us. This may seem rude to Rose, but I'm really glad I didn't go with you. Squawking like a bird just isn't me. If it was you and me, we'd probably be dead right now. Hey, give me a break. I'm not dying an unsatisfying death like that. Getting back to what we uncovered tonight, those 3 tapes are fascinating. Each one recorded a man dismembering a girl as she screamed and pleaded. What a grotesque hobby. However, he didn't seem like he was just a sadistic deviant. He sounded pretty calm and kept saying things like, "I want to make it so you don't die." He also seemed to be very knowledgeable about what he was doing. So, it's pretty likely that Miroku's on the tapes. Before he became a children's author, he wanted to be a surgeon. The dots connect. If I recall, Miroku wrote horror-themed fairy tales. I'm quite curious to see how he tied the dismemberments into his work. I'm absolutely fine never knowing the answer to that. I've read some of his major works myself, but there wasn't anything as weird as that in them. I don't know about his other books, though. Most of his stuff is out of print. It seems we'd be more likely to find his insanity and inquisitiveness in his minor works, then. Hey, Kojima. From what I've heard from Ban, your aunt's also a horror novelist. You don't mean... You want me to ask her about Yakumo Miroku? She might know some dark tidbits that only someone who traveled his circles would know. We won't know unless we try. See what happens when you ask her casually. Sure. My, looks like you're curious too. Alright, enough chatter for today. Time to split up. Getting called in for questioning would be a real pain. The police are a constant, thorn in our ass in this. Alright, it's all up to you, Kojima. Au revoir. I say goodbye to them and return to Kisoji Station, heading over to the Black Rabbit. I wonder if Aunt Natsumi will be there. Oh, Akira. What are you doing here at this hour? Her cheeks are looking kind of reddish and her eyes are cloudy. She must have had quite a bit to drink. You're worried about me? I guess you and Satomi are alike that way. I don't want to talk about my mom. I don't have any good memories of life with my real mother. She was nice enough, but she couldn't hold down a job, so we lived in poverty. Until Amanome helped me find a part-time job, there were even days when we didn't eat. Anyway, there's something I want to ask you. Do you know an author called Yakumo Miroku? Huh? Where do you hear that name? A friend of mine is interested in him. I thought you might know him since you write horror novels. Oh, is that so? Yes, I know Miroku well. I loved his books when I was younger. Aunt Natsumi starts talking without me having to lead her much, probably because she's drunk. Nobody could deny her the right to occasionally drink her pain away for at least a little while. Miroku used existing fairy tales as motifs to build his own horror books. Did you know the Grimm's fairy tales originally had some horrible scenes in them? The famous story of Cinderella is no exception, where the stepsisters cut their toes off to try and fit into the shoe. Her stepsisters cut their feet to try and make the glass slipper fit. They cut their own feet? Yes, that's right. Even if they were doing it to try and marry a prince, that's some serious resolve. It's probably just coincidence that she chose that particular example. But after listening to those tapes, it didn't leave me with a good feeling. When I was a schoolgirl, I was obsessed with Miroku's dark fairy tale series. He put some bold, dark spins of Japanese folktales, just like the Grimm brothers. His unique settings and descriptions earned him a lot of passionate fans. He was pretty amazing, huh? Yes, in some sense he's a genius. Because they're children's stories, they have an informal style and yet they're so realistic. His descriptions of bone, flesh and blood were so vivid they sent chills up my spine. You don't say. I'm sure Miroku knew a ton about bone, flesh, and blood. Miroku studied medicine before he became an author. I'm sure he was influenced by that. It's pretty weird for a doctor to become an author. His family might have pushed him to become a doctor against his wishes. A lot of his relatives are important members of society. He himself hated worldly things like fame and money. Is that enough background on Miroku? Yeah, that's enough. I didn't think you'd know so much about him. He was my inspiration to become a horror novelist. But I have to say that Satomi was a much more passionate fan of his than I was. I remember that she'd go to great lengths to learn more about him. My mum was that interested in him. I thought Yakumo Miroku was a total stranger, but now I'm learning that he's surprisingly connected through my aunt and late mother. We've been talking for a while now. You should get home. You gonna stay here long? Yeah. Even if I went home, Ami's not there anyway. Aunt Natsumi. I'm gonna lie down in the back. After all, I'll be busy first thing in the morning. Good night. She gets up and walks unsteadily to the inner door, disappearing behind it. I lock the front door of the Black Rabbit and start walking home. As I stroll down the dark roads, I pray that Aunt Natsumi can get some sleep. Oh my god. A text message. Who could it be from? How are you? It's D-Man. I've prepared your next riddle. Feed the souls of triplets to the monster that consumes souls. So this one's pretty obvious. I don't even have to look at it. It's, we need to... This is the photo booth. You know what they say about people taking a picture. Oh no, wait, I need to... I need to examine the trash bins. That's it. To get some coins. I searched the trash bins by the convenience store. Damn it, why the hell am I doing this again? Light catches on something in the trash. That's gotta be it. In each of the trash bins, there are coins mixed in with the trash. Yeah, I have to say, this function... I don't know how much it impacts the jump scare function thingy that I turned off. But yeah, it was way worse in the first game, I guess. I guess I'm misremembering in this one. I enter the booth and insert the 3 coins into the slot. Then... suddenly, the machine whirs to life. Wait, what the hell? Stepping out, I find a card in the picture pickup slot. I lower my gaze to the writing on the card. Southeast of Tokyo, at the end of the Izu Island chain, an island made up of 100 tiny islands isn't on any map. It's called Rabbit Island. Currently uninhabited, the factories and ruins there indicate people had lived there previously. The only residents are numerous rabbits, and it's said that travelers and fishermen who visit are welcomed by them. Upon further investigation, I couldn't find anyone who had visited when the rumor had spread or where it came from. Official agencies gave me the cold shoulder. Thanks to Mr. K, the investigations has made significant progress in recent years. His family used to supply the military during the war, mostly with antiques. The only living items, around 10 rabbits Mr. K's grandfather raised as a hobby. What the military did with them is unknown, but soon after the war, the family received a request to retrieve them. The letter only had a map with an X marked on a patch of the ocean. Mr. K and his grandfather had always thought the rabbits had drowned along with a warship. But I realized something when he showed me the map. That's right, it was the location of the rumored Rabbit Island. Things got strange after that. Mr. K, the ex-detective, and I decided to head to the last of the Izu Islands with some assistance. Now that I think about it, Mr. K had a bad feeling about it, which ended up being proven correct. But I won't tell you the source of this bad feeling for now. The island was indeed there and full of rabbits. We discovered that the place felt frozen in time. Memories of horrific battles remained. Human experiments, cannibalism, atrocities beyond imagination made it an unnatural Eichmann site. I don't know what that is. It's slightly different from what you're facing now. Thanks for the story. Thank you for the bedtime story, dude. 1 second. There we go. Man, he's putting serious effort into this. Guess I'll go home. I solved D-Man's riddle, so I head home feeling pretty satisfied with myself. Several tapes contain terrifying yelling of kill. Little girl trapped, her arms and legs were severed. I want to make sure she won't die. What does that mean? I heard the scream of the screaming author. Rose screamed back. Would have died if she hadn't? Yeah, I think you would have. I keep touching the red. Man, I'm tired. Who could be calling this late? Yeah, but like your actual phone as well. Hello? Hey, who the hell are you? You better cut this out. Imagine not understanding that this is a haunting. Night. Damn it, it's the one from yesterday. Bet I'll be waiting for a call all night again. May as well take a shower first. Sure. I have to click on it, I don't want to. Speaking of, do I have anything to drink after I get out? I open the fridge and look inside. Nothing. I'll go and get something from the vending machine. You going that far? What should I get? The light coming from the machine is kind of creepy. What are you gonna get? I'm gonna get a nata de choco au lait. It's a new cafe au lait product with nata de choco in it. Cocoa in it. Cocoa. I buy 2 bottles of nata de coco au lait. Okay then, time to head back. That just sounded nice. Oh no. Oh man, I don't want to get sick. Okay. As I turn to go, a warm, damp breeze blows past me. Ugh, that breeze was gross. Nothing on caller ID, huh? Hello? Don't you tell me not to look. Don't you say me neither. Damn it, again with the silent call? Probably the same one from earlier. Wonder how they'll react to the silent treatment back. What is this? Sounds familiar. It's TV static, just like what I heard coming from next door yesterday. Wait, why am I hearing this on the phone? Where is this call coming from? It's coming from inside the house. An ominous thought pops into my head. As if they sensed it, the call ends abruptly. I better hurry home. Because that's what you want to do, isn't it? This dude has, like, absolute balls of steel. Didn't you turn the light out? Rushing into my room, I quickly scan to see if anyone's there. There's no one. Guess that call wasn't coming from here after all. Man, I'm exhausted. Time for a quick shower. I don't want to. Oh, I forgot to turn it off again. No, I feel like I remember you turning it off. Man, I'm exhausted. the hell? It's the neighbor. No, it's not. She's saying Minaide. It's the neighbor again. Oh. Hmm? Well, that was creepy. Guess I just imagined it. I feel better now. Why is the balcony curtain open? Time to have that drink I bought earlier. I sit on my bed and drink the nata de coco au lait. The au lait tastes good, but most of the nata de coco is stuck to the bottom of the can. Oh well. I don't like it. Can you close the curtains? That shouldn't be open. Finally, time to relax. Alright, time to read for a bit. Oh no. I think I've been talking for too long. Okay. Oh, I'm not on the game. Give me a second. Something's up with this room. Like, something's out of place. Yeah, the fuck. Oh, wait. There's writing on the wall as well. Oh, shit. Can you close the fucking curtains, please? Look out the window, but nothing really catches my eye. Yeah, well. Something's written super tiny here. What does it say? Minaide. What is this? The writing's creepy enough, but the wallpaper by the words is stained and peeling. Is there something underneath? Or should I peel off the wallpaper? Yeah. We always say yes to these. What's this stain? You know, it looks like what we saw in, it's like the silhouette of what we saw in the second floor. That don't look. The voice on the phone said the same thing. Please don't look inside. So was that shadow we saw at the Miraku residence? No caller ID again. I'll just reject the call. Fuck, not again. The calls won't stop and it's getting on my nerves. I'm pulling out the battery. Good shout. I turn off my phone and remove the battery. This one too now? Better disconnect this one too. Ignoring the call, I yank the power cord from the outlet. But the ringing doesn't stop. But I unplugged it. Oh, look at this bin. Abruptly, the ringing stops, but then the receiver starts to make noise. What the? Ugh. The screaming is the same as what we heard at the Miraku residence. The instant splitting headache almost knocks me unconscious. I won't last if I can't get the voice to stop soon. Apparently that's the right call. Sorry, I need to just check everything's working still. Alright. What if I destroy it? You don't need it anyway. I shuffle over on my hands and knees and smash the phone with my fist. Ow. Break, damn it. Break. I punch the phone over and over, bearing the pain, and by the time the phone's lost its shape, the screaming's already stopped. Somehow I escaped. That screaming, is it the spirit from the Miraku vault? What else would it be, dude? Nothing else better happen for the rest of the night. crisis averted, I suck in a deep breath. Man, am I exhausted. Shit, I need to rest before I clean this mess. Collapsing onto my bed, I quickly feel my consciousness fading away. Close the curtains, you crazy man. Can't keep my eyes open. Oops, Daisy. The sun sets and the meeting time approaches. Ban and Rose seem like the type that don't mind making others wait, but hate being kept waiting. I better head out. Ooh, it's time. This feeling. Yep, it's here. A whisper comes from somewhere. It's time for a tale. The man found a poor little birdie. The man wanted to save the little birdie. The whispering stops. Cold sweat slides down my cheek and drips off the peak of my chin. But my breathing remains composed. My heart rate's staying pretty steady too. Is it because I've made up my mind to do this, or am I just used to all this now? Even I'm not sure which is true. I leave the apartment and take a deep breath of fresh air. Tonight, I'm going to put an end to this. I arrive at Kisoji Station and make my way over to the Black Rabbit. The lights are on inside. Is Aunt Natsumi still here? Hey, Kojima. I let myself in. My throat's feeling a little better thanks to the mead I had. I walk in and find Rose in good spirits. Aunt Natsumi is nowhere to be seen. Did you break into the place again? Alcohol is the salve that heals life's wear and tear. You could even say it's a life companion. You'll understand when you become an adult. Hey, so you both here already? Pour me a glass too, Kojima. I'll take some of your top-shelf bourbon on the rocks, if you please. Ugh, do you ever get tired of being so surly? You should practice smiling in front of a mirror. Our lives are on the line again tonight. Indulging in a good drink when facing down that situation is to be expected. So come on, don't keep your customer waiting. This is going on your tab. I've helped Aunt Natsumi at the bar before, so I know what to do. I go behind the counter and pull a bottle from the back. I put some ice into a rocks glass and pour the dark amber liquid in. A burnt smell wafts up. Ban impatiently snatches the glass from me and pounds down the liquor. Phew, that'll put hair on your chest. So, Kojima, did you get us some info about Miroku? More or less. I filled them in on everything Aunt Natsumi told me about Yakumo Miroku last night. I see. It definitely looks like that cruel hobby of his definitely made its way into his work. But I'm finding it hard to believe that he'd abduct and kill young girls just for his writing. I tried following the thread of those previous abductions. Over the past few decades, 4 girls went missing near the Miroku residence. Half a year ago, a middle school girl named Tsubasa Aoi vanished. She was on her way back from ballet class. She was a pretty girl who people had expected to become a prima donna in the future. On her way back from ballet class, that means... Yeah, the recording on that T-tape is a news clip about Tsubasa Aoi's abduction. We also found a ballet flyer in the mansion. Could that have been... Yeah, Tsubasa Aoi was slated to perform the show advertised on that flyer. I think she was the star of the second act. The second act was... Duck Lake. Yeah, Tsubasa was going to play the part of the princess who gets turned into a duck. She was apparently really excited for him, had put her heart and soul into practicing. She went to the ballet classroom every day and danced barefoot until the sunset. And then she went missing just before the show she was so eagerly awaiting to perform. What a soul-crushing tale. I'm sure that was devastating for her. Okay, now for the rest. 10 years before that, a girl named Sachi Kirishima disappeared. Then, 20 years ago, it was Ai Mishima. And the last one was 30 years ago, Hana Manabe. You don't have any more info on those three? Unfortunately, I couldn't fully investigate them. They're pretty old cases after all. All I know is that they were all kids who were in their early teens. Tsubasa Oi was the only middle schooler, but the other three were all in elementary school. The first letters of their names match the tapes. T-S-A-H. The pieces are all starting to fit together. I think we can safely assume that Yakumo Miroku abducted all those girls. Once every 10 years, a young girl around the same age was kidnapped by a children's author. Almost like some kind of ritual. It really piques one's curiosity. Miroku must have had some nerve. He kept kidnapping girls right by his house, and no one ever put two and two together. I'd say it's the opposite, actually. For him, his neighborhood was the safest place to do it. Didn't your mother tell you? Most of Miroku's relatives are famous. Some of them are on the Shinza Ward Council, or they work somewhere in the government. They probably kept all the heat off Miroku just to make sure they didn't get involved in any blowback. If people suspected a relative of theirs was a criminal, they could lose their positions. And such is the disgusting state of the world. People really are the worst monsters of all. For me, scumbags like that are a great business opportunity. Enough of that, though. Time to get to the mansion and put an end to this. Yeah. I'm expecting you two to earn that free drink you just had. Yeah, I'm planning on it, kid. I leave the Black Rabbit with 2 tipsy adults in tow. Oh, that's a great idea. They'll probably sober up by the time we get to the Miroku residence. Oh, well, that's better. I walk alone down a path that I'm already far too familiar with. Just before I'm in sight of the Miroku residence, that horrifying presence appears once again. I'm getting closer to death. Countless mouths surface and begin crudely laughing. It's almost the finale of the tale. The birdie becomes a crane and repays the man. Tonkarari from beyond the door. What would that mean? A version of the Melon Princess's Oh. Spoiler. Kind of. Sort of. Alright, However, I don't feel too bent out of shape. I'm strong. I figured it'd come right about now. Hey, you're here. What is it? You don't look too good. Did something happen on your way here? Well, that damn curse showed up. That time limit you were talking about. Mouths that only you can see up here, right? Sounds crazy to me, but... Spiritual phenomena that only the affected person can perceive are quite common. Besides, Kojima has his blood metry, remember? It's not unusual that he would see quite a few things that others can't. It's supposed to be a death curse, but you don't seem too phased, Kojima. Well, it's the 3rd time it's happened. I think I'm kinda getting used to it. Getting used to it? Seriously? You really are an interesting child. I've seen many cursed people, but I've never seen anyone as dauntless as you. I guess Rose is not the only one here who's fearless. I can't keep up with you two, geez. In any case, I don't have much time. This will be settled before the sun rises. I see. Guess it is the 3rd day after all. We're definitely getting closer to the truth. When it all comes down to it, our main issue. Rose looks up at the window. Is the fact that we haven't gotten there. We'll get there, no matter what. Come on, let's start. Is there a reason I have to choose ban? Alright. Rose, you be on the lookout.
問題ない。
Mondai nai. Leave it to me. Then I'll see you later. Alright, let's go. We come to the front entrance of the Miraku residence once again. 3 frames, that must mean we're supposed to hang the masks here. Yeah, I'm sure of that. My question is, where do we put each one? Well, we'll see that in the next one.